Welcome to the Openly Honest podcast, where the truth may not set you free,
but it's damn sure gonna keep you openly honest. I'm Yvette.
I'm John.
And let's keep it openly honest, baby.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
So we in these quarantine days. The coronavirus is going around. Everybody in their house locked up. Well, some people are. The non-essential workers are.
You were wrong for that.
So, I have a different host today. My beautiful, lovely, fine, sexy, my wife. So we're gonna talk about some things. We got the baby sleep right now. Where the baby monitor at? Got the baby monitor. Got that baby monitor. Make sure she don't go crazy. But yeah. So today we're gonna talk about what are we talking about?
We're talking about we're talking about the breadwinner. You bringing home the bacon,
Oh, okay. So me working my behind off slaving for the family that I love, for the family that I truly love. But yeah, we're talking about bringing home the bacon today. This for all the breadwinners in the family and people that bring home the bacon, whether it's the wife, the mom, whether it's both of y'all. Hope you can relate to some of the things we go through.
Yeah.
So
honey bunny, chunky monkey lucky. Let's get into how did you become the only one bringing in the income? Like, how was that decision made?
Well, before we had a child, I had 2 jobs. I've had 2 jobs for the last 5 years, I want to say, or more than that. No, 6 years. I'm sorry. I've had 2 jobs for 6 years. So I've been at one of my jobs for 6 years. But before me and you were working, we had 3 incomes coming in, 2 of mine, 1 from you, and then you got pregnant, and we had a beautiful, beautiful daughter, and we really didn't have the resources to have a babysitter.
Sorry to cut you off, but we had a plan because you was working in the evenings.
Oh yeah, we did have a plan.
And then you ended up getting a job that the same hours that I was working, kind of.
Yeah.
So tell the truth. It's openly honest.
I'm just slipped my mind. But that when I got a job that worked her hours, we couldn't. It didn't match together for one of us to be able to watch the baby at one point in time. So we decided for her to be a stay-at-home mom. If y'all watched the last episode, you got to see how being a stay-at-home mom was. But we decided for you to be a stay-at-home mom and me to bring in the bacon and work. I had enough income to where I could support the family and support all the bills, and we can still live a decent life.
We get by.
But yeah. So that's how the decision was made. The baby was our baby was the biggest factor.
Yeah, we had to do what was best for our situation.
Absolutely, yeah.
And ladies, it wasn't me be like, oh, I'm gonna stay home and watch my baby. It wasn't nothing like that. I was actually looking forward to go back to work. It was like a half and half for me because I was like, okay, when I go to work, I'm gonna miss my baby. Like,
yeah,
I was her.
Remember
really?
That. No, she didn't trust me. She was like, nah, nigga, you going back to work.
But it was if you guys go back and watch Mommy Stay Home, I believe that was
Mommy Stay Home, yeah. Mommy Stay Home, yeah.
Yeah, you would get the insight of more of how the decision was made.
Yeah.
Okay, so honey.
So it's like you interviewed me today, huh?
Yes. I'm usually the engineer, So we're gonna start off like, what are the mental stresses that you go through with you being the one who has that financial burden? Financial burden on you, like you have to provide for means and more.
The mental stress, I would have to say, well, one mental stress that I have to speak on. It's the Openly Honest podcast, so we're keeping it openly honest, people. I used to like when you had your own money.
Okay.
I'm not saying that in a rude, mean way.
We married, so what's yours
I
is
understand.
mine.
No, I understand that. It's just a simple fact that, like, I know you don't like asking for money, or you don't like saying, "Hey, I need money."
Yeah.
You just like go to your account and do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And if I kind of feel the same way, it's like I don't mind giving you money. I've been, like we married. My money is your money. Whether we together or we get divorced, my money gonna be your money too, because we ain't got no prenup. So.
Just tell our business.
Well, that's it. We ain't got no prenup. I ain't got much.
I'm just kidding.
But I liked when I didn't have to. How can I put this? When I didn't have to be like, okay, is Yvette taken care of?
It was less stress
to worry about you financially.
Okay.
I knew you had your job. You put in to your bills and stuff. To our bills and stuff. And you had your money left over. So I didn't really necessarily have to worry about you financially.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. That's not really a stress. That's just something that I wish that, or I miss, I would say.
Well, I get it, because I can see how that it could be a stress, because now it's like you have to pay for the bills that I was paying for.
Yeah.
And then the fact that, my personal bills, like you have to add all that to your
everything,
to your bills. So I can see how that is a mental stress.
It's just a load. I think the load is a stress sometimes. Like sometimes we write our bills down every month, even though kind of they're the same bills, but it's just good to look at it and see the number. But sometimes seeing that number be like, wait, these are the same bill from last month, but it's a different number.
It seems like it go up.
It's like go up, but sometimes the load of the bills is kind of stressful. But as a person who I am, I don't mind providing. Like I know what my job is to do as a father and as a husband, and that is one parts of it is to provide and paying the bills and make sure you and Zamora are situated. That's just part of it. That's something I signed up for, and I'm gonna do it with a smile on my face, even whether I, sometimes don't really feel like it, or I don't really agree with some of the stuff I have to do, but I gotta do what I gotta do. But just seeing the numbers sometimes stress me out, like just mentally a little bit. But on the mental side, I'm pretty strong.
Okay, so you had mentioned that, when I had a job, you still was working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
So for me not working anymore, is you having 2 jobs more stressful, or is it the same load? It's just more mentally stressful.
I think it's the same load because I'm doing this kind of the same stuff. Well, at that time I had a different job.
Yeah, but you know how when you doing something, then something changes. It feel like what you doing. It feel like it can feel like it's heavy.
I think the reason I had 2 jobs is a little more stressful now, because I had 2 jobs before because to pay our bills, but to save and to do extra things we wanted to do, and establish something.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, we can't really save that much, because I don't get paid that great. I get paid well to support us and to do a little extra here and there, but it ain't how it used to be. So that part in itself is a little stressful, like not being able to save more, or not being able to put have a little extra vacation time, or go here when we want to go here. Sometimes we balling on a budget in a way. So that's more of the mental stressful part, in case of you not working anymore, if that makes sense.
Okay. So to get that, if you had a chance to switch roles with me.
Absolutely not.
To get that mental.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Why?
Because, first of all, I've never had a desk job in my life, ever. Any job I've ever had, I'm always on the move. I cannot sit in place for too long when I'm at work, right? So you're here, you're a mom, you do all the things with Zamora, and there's a level of patience and a level of care and love. Don't get me wrong, I have the same care and love you have. I might not show it as much because, that's who you are, that's who I am. But the level of patience, one, I do not have as much patience as you. That's just point blank period. I do not. And two, it's just like the job that you do mine is way easier than yours because one, you don't get off of work. You're always a mother.
Oh, you finally accepted the fact, huh?
I've always accepted that,
No.
but it's just that you gotta be going over the top, you know. But but your job, you don't have a quitting time for your job.
Yeah.
You know,
Like no matter what, if you don't have two jobs, I still have to do what I have to do.
You still have to do what you have to do.
No matter what, if we don't have this roof or the cars we have, I still have to play the role. Like my roles don't end.
Yeah, your roles don't change. Yeah.
No matter how old she get.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it might get a little easier, maybe, but not necessarily like, okay, yeah, this is not what I have to do anymore. No, you're always gonna be a mother.
Yeah.
Like my role as a husband and father won't ever really change.
Stop.
It won't ever stop. It might change a little bit, but I could never switch with you. I'm sorry. It's just you're really good at what you do.
It's okay.
I'm good at what I do.
Because I honestly think I don't think if I had to, I can work two jobs, but I don't want to. So, and I feel like if you had to be home and watch some more, you would.
So could you switch with me if somebody gave you the opportunity to switch? Would you switch with me?
Like forever or just like a day?
For like a month to try it out. Like this is your tryout period.
Honestly, I think I would.
You got to work the same schedule as I do.
I think I would because it'll help me better understand what you go through. It'll help me better understand.
Oh, you know what? Let's do it then.
How you feel instead of me. You know, because I'm big on time.
Yeah.
You know, I love spending time with you and Zamora. And sometimes all the time, you working two jobs takes away a lot of your time.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I would have to be in your shoes to kind of understand,
to see the process that I go through.
Yeah.
And when I explain to you,
I think I better understand.
You'll understand what I'm going through. Like the biggest thing with me is just sleep, because I don't get much sleep. I get about maybe 5 hours a night, and I work overnight some days. So those nights I only get like 4 hours. So I'm not really getting. I'm on vacation. This quarantine time is helping me because I've been getting some good sleep. I've been getting a solid 8 for the last couple of nights.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been 4 or 5. Like I really don't ever even feel 6. So.
Yeah, and then another thing too, like I'm grown, I can kind of understand. But as the more get older, or as she growing, she doesn't understand that yet.
Yeah.
And time is everything. When you spend time with your kid, that time you show them that you love them.
Yeah.
That time you show them that you care, and if you don't have that time with your child, how are they gonna know?
And I understand that because I grew up with my grandmother and my aunts raising me. I didn't have my mother and father was really not in my life.
Y'all be hearing about that.
Y'all will hear about that a little later in a couple episodes.
Episode.
But I didn't have a mother and father in my life. My mother gave me to my grandmother during birth. From birth to take care of me and my brothers. And my father was in and out of jail and doing what he did. But he was around sometimes, but I never hung out with him, never did anything. I would just see him around the house or see him around fixing his car or whatever, and he did what he did. And as I got older, I understand how important time was. I didn't need money. I didn't need materialistic things. Mm-hmm. I needed time as a child to learn different things and to get to know the man that helped create me. But those opportunities weren't there.
Yeah.
And I understand now as a child, that I have a child, I understand how important time is. And that's why, I don't go out. I don't chill with homies like that. I only got 2 main homies that I mess with. But I have, my church brothers and stuff like that. But I don't really hang out with a lot of people because now that I have a child, like before me and you, we do our thing. Yeah. But now that I have a child, I give all my time to her.
Yeah.
Or majority of my time to her because I understand how important time is. Time is the only thing in life you cannot replace. Mm-hmm. Once a second is gone, you'll never get it back. Mm-hmm. Money you can get back. Materialistic things, you can earn it or get it back. Even people in your life, you can get back through others. Like if you have a brother that died, there might be a very close friend that might replace that brother.
Or somebody remind you of
or
your brother.
remind exactly. Yeah. But time is the only thing on this earth that you can never get back.
Yeah, that's true.
So I understand that, and that's, even though I work a lot, I try to devote all my time to y'all.
Yeah,
because I know how important
I can honestly say that you try, but it be sometimes, I'll be like, this
brother be tired, man.
Up some shifts.
This dude. You know what? That's the reason being is that I pick up shifts sometimes because I know where the money is. I know how our money is looking, and if it's not too good, I gotta do what I gotta do.
I know, but sometimes
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. I get to it.
But yeah, like I said, but like I said, if for me to kind of better understand how you feel, then yeah, I wouldn't mind. Okay, let me switch roles with you, and I feel like you would understand where I'm coming from if you was to switch roles with me. I
don't have to switch roles to see where you're coming from. I sit here and watch my baby for.
And for y'all who think my baby is a daddy's girl,
she ain't. She don't even like me like that. She say, "What's up? With my milk? Do what you gotta do and get out of my face." That's what she tells me all the time. But hopefully she grow out of that.
No, she love you, Josh. This girl loves you to death. But I'm just saying, like, she just used to me. Like, she used to me all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. All right. So, on top of the mental stress of being the main person who brings home the bacon, what are your physical stresses?
The physical is probably the hardest part because over the years, working 2 jobs for 6 years, I know people have done 2 jobs for years, and I'm not discrediting them at all. I give them the absolute respect and absolute credit because it is not easy whatsoever. Like the mental toll it takes on me. I'm pretty mentally strong. I really don't let a lot of stuff get to me in my head, but the body I can't stop that. Only people I can stop that is if I lose some weight, but I've been trying for a long time. But the physical stress on my body is like, it's crazy. Like I'm only 28.
So when you say physical, like what on your body is affected about you working 2 jobs?
My back. My back is probably the biggest thing because most of my 2 jobs are pretty much labor. So I'm lifting stuff, I'm moving around, I'm walking, I'm reaching high, reaching low. I'm doing all these things, and you think, okay, I'm young, I can do this for a long time. It's like, nah, that body come and be like, bruh,
yeah,
chill.
But you also gotta remember, like, you've been working 2 jobs. You say for 6 years.
Yeah.
And a lot of people your age, when you start working jobs, probably
don't work 2 jobs.
So I feel like you're doing double. Like you're doubling it. Yeah. So it's kind of it's probably affecting you.
But not so much. My back is my main issue physically. My neck, my traps hurt a lot. My shoulders. I got like nerve damage in one of my thumbs or something like that. My knee, my ACL be hurting. It seemed like I don't know if it's my ACL or not. But something be hurting in that knee.
He be doing self-diagnosis.
Something like I'm my own doctor. Something be hurting my knee, but I start to feel it because sometimes I really feel like when I was custodian, I would feel like I was 26, 27. I felt like I was 50, like I had the 50-year-old body because I'm cleaning stuff. I'm cleaning toilets and desks and stuff that's past my knees. And I gotta bend over, I gotta crouch, and that's every single day. I did that for 3 years. Plus going to another job after.
Yeah, I can say like you working custodian made it worse.
Yeah, I think it did.
Because you had to carry that heavy
vacuum
around.
It wasn't heavy. It was just
the pressure on your chest.
The pressure, and I'm moving, and I'm doing what I'm carrying that thing for. Out of 8 hours of my shift, I'm carrying it for at least 3. Mm-hmm. So. And that's a daily thing.
Pushing heavy trash cans.
Yeah, and I'm tossing stuff. So
I think
that took the biggest toll.
Yeah, I can say that when you started working custodian, that's when I started hearing more of like the complaining about your body hurting.
Yeah.
For you being the main person, the financial. For you being the person with the financial load on you, like, have your faith ever been tested during
Absolutely.
this time?
Absolutely.
Like, okay, so like, how, like, spiritually, like, how, like, is it?
I think it's always spiritually because, like, like my faith within myself, I know I can go do whatever I put my mind to. I know if there's an opportunity, I'm going to take it. I'm going to go for it. That's my will of doing something. I don't have to worry about that. Like, I know if I really want to do it, I'll do it. But sometimes my faith and God, it wavers. I'm human. It wavers. I don't sit here and I'm not fully sitting here talking about, oh, I believe in God. I mean, I believe God gonna do everything. Sometimes I don't. There's times where I don't, or I'm skeptical about it. But
like, you double guess it.
Yeah, I second guess myself, or I second guess what God's gonna do, and I shouldn't. I know I should never question God or never second guess Him. But I'm human. I when things go wrong, I kind of panic a little bit. Mm-hmm. So that's just the way it is. But every time that something's going wrong, I've learned from it. Whether it's went in a positive way of me, getting it solved, or it didn't go. I've learned from every single thing, and that's made my faith stronger each time. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, like with job interviews, I've had a lot of job interviews. Some I got, some I didn't. Mm-hmm. Like the previous one I had, it was big.
Yeah, I knew that's the one you really
wanted because I knew it would change the dynamic. Is she crying?
No.
I knew it would change the dynamic of
our financial
situation. Mm-hmm. Because I was gonna make a lot of money, but I didn't get it. And like the first day, I was like doubting, like, come on, man, I've been hearing good things all week. I've been positive. I've been, doing what I have to do. And I don't, get this opportunity. But it's just like, dog, do you not realize that this is not your first opportunity? If it's not your first, it's not going to be your last. Mm-hmm. Like people say, your delay is not a denial. Mm-hmm. All because you didn't get something don't mean something can't happen in the future or whatever. So the first day I was, sad about it, I doubted my faith in God a little bit, but once I didn't dwell on it. I didn't sit on it like, man, I didn't get the job. This is, I just like, okay, I didn't get it. It sucks. I wish I did, but I got to get over it. I got to get past this hurdle. I got to, keep my head, straight ahead and just keep on pushing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, sometimes my faith and my spiritual faith, wavers a little bit, but I think that's everybody. I don't think anybody is that spiritually strong to where.
There's some people I know that. I mean, there's that I know have strong faith.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
And like the Bible says, faith without works is dead.
Absolutely.
So you have to put the work in.
Yeah.
Like
you can't be scared to put the work in. If y'all sitting on y'all butt at home and expecting whoever you believe in, expecting positive vibes and positive things to come to you, you got to put positive things out. So that means you got to work. You got to put it out there and work for the things you want to accomplish, whether you're believing it's going to happen or not. Mm-hmm. So, and
you never know, like for you, how God allowed you to, get all those interviews.
Yeah,
this could be him letting you practice. Exactly. In front of people, high people.
Exactly. Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, so he probably like, okay, you're not. I'm not letting you get this because I have something greater for you.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because I just pray.
Lord, no.
I pray that God, blesses you with one job that pays as much as you was working too.
Yeah,
like that's like my biggest prayer. I've been praying that for years, and I know God heard me.
You and me both, like, Lord.
I know God heard me. But yeah, okay, so.
But I have a question for you.
What's up?
Since you're a stay-at-home mom, how does it feel? So you say I'm bringing home the bacon. How does it feel to be waiting for the bacon? How does it feel to be at home and you can't financially help? You can. There's ways to, but right now you can't.
I can't. At first, when it really hit me, like, okay, I'm really not gonna have no income coming in or nothing to help you out. I was anxious because I was like, okay, what John bring home? Like, what he gonna bring home? And like you said, seeing those numbers, adding those bills, get you anxious, right? And like you see them numbers, like, okay, like how I'm gonna do this?
Yeah.
But I always like if you don't remember, like every month, John, like no matter what, God always made a way.
Yeah.
For us to get through the month.
Some form of fashion.
And there were some months you were like, how did we manage? How did we get through that?
Yeah.
And it was nothing but God. So like I learned how to relax.
Okay.
I learned how to be like, okay, God got us through last month, He gonna get us through this month.
You wouldn't let your faith waver.
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned how to stand steadfast and like just put all my trust in God. But I do, you know, get in my head, and I do feel bad because I'm used to helping.
Yeah.
Like I'm not used to just, like, okay, depend. Like I kind of do depend on you now.
Yeah.
Like me and Zamora. So I was never used to depending on somebody to pay the bills. Like you know me. Like I help. No, if I got it, you got it. Whatever. So I would feel bad because I feel like I'm not helping financially, and then you sometimes will make it a little worse, not knowing, like seeing you come home and complain. Sometimes you're not a big complainer, but sometimes you have your days.
No, I have my times. I don't complain to everybody. You my wife though.
I know,
so
but I'm saying sometimes you have your days.
You gonna get the full mindset.
Sometimes he have his days, y'all, and he just be.
People just be pissing me off.
And I sit there and listen, and then sometimes like that makes me feel bad because like I feel like okay, I could be taking the load off if I was bringing home some of the bacon.
Yeah.
But
what you don't understand is that you do take a load off me because we have a daughter together. We don't have to worry about. Hold on, y'all. Baby's crying. We'll be right back. We're back. She's still asleep. So, but what you don't understand is that you do take a load off me because we both have a baby together, and I don't necessarily have to worry about. Like me personally, this my worry. I don't have to worry about putting her in daycare, and you see all these crazy stories about how kids get abused and they're just treated wrong. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about anybody else installing important things into my daughter, like important morals into my daughter. You do it the way that we both agree to, and. That helps big time because her future is the most important thing to me. Like her lifestyle, her future is way more important than anything, and you get to help create that.
Yeah, but like I like to help out too.
Yeah,
and it's not saying that I'm not helping out. Like I know, I have to remind myself, okay, like you play a big part too. Like I'm playing a big part too.
Yeah,
as in raising our daughter. Because like you said, my role never stops.
Yeah.
Like your role stops when you leave, when you clock out.
Yeah.
Mine don't.
Yeah.
So when you come home, you put on another role, but I've been in this role all day.
Yeah, and mine's not as I wouldn't say important. It's important, but as intensified. Like it's not as like when I come in here, it's not my role. Like you the main actress in the movie, right? Or if Zamora's the main actress, you the second actress. I'm like the background guy. I'm like, you need some help.
Like I'm her hair and makeup.
Exactly. I'm just a background dude that's just walking across the street. Yeah, I do the sound. But and I understand that, and I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I appreciate what you do.
No, it's good.
Nah, but you do play a big role, even though it's not. You don't bring home the bacon, but. You cook the bacon.
You bring it home and I cook it.
I appreciate that. That'll be some good bacon. I don't even eat swine like that, but.
So, for you, what is one of your biggest worries of being, I'm about to say of being a stay-at-home dad, of being the breadwinner? Like, do you have any worries? Is something that you always think about?
not being able to provide, and that under that umbrella, there's a lot, but not being able to provide, like for instance, getting hurt at work or getting hurt in general, not being able to work, that scares me a bit. That's why I try and do everything as carefully as I possibly can, even though some things I can't control. If I have an injury and it's not that bad, I suck it up. Like I dropped something on my toe, at work. I think it was a month ago, and MS hurt.
Oh, I remember.
But
he was crying.
I really wasn't crying. Don't play me.
It sounded like you wanted to cry on the phone.
If it was your toe,
I understand. I'm just telling the audience.
It hurt. It hurt a lot.
I'm trying to give him a vision.
But it wasn't broke or anything, so I took a day off and went back to work.
You was limping for.
That's fine. I can limp. That's my pimp limp.
You wish.
Nah, but that's one of my worries. Probably my biggest worry out of all of them. But I don't know. That's pretty much not being able to provide. That's within bringing home bacon. If I can't bring home bacon, what I'm gonna do? I can't just sit here. I'm gonna find some way to bring home something.
Well, yeah, but I can say like that's probably one of your big stresses. But for me, like thinking about that doesn't stress me out because I've known you to be not to sit on your butt.
Yeah.
Like you've got fired before, and if y'all watched the second episode, you hear the story about But I remember like you didn't just sit there.
Nah.
Like you probably gave yourself a day or whatever. I don't even know if you gave yourself a day.
No, I took a day.
But you was like on your grind mode. Like I need to find a job.
Yeah, I don't. It's just a simple. I'm not lazy. I don't like sitting around doing nothing. I can't just sit around and be like, oh, depend. I can never depend.
Excuse me.
Never. Let me say this. Never depend on anybody else. That ain't never gonna happen. They say never. Never. I don't care if I lose both my jobs. Guaranteed, I ain't dependent on nobody else. That's just not what I do. I can't. Whether it's you, I can't sit here and depend on you. I won't allow myself to depend on you. That's not what I do. So I just can't sit around.
Okay.
So if I have to sit around, you gotta force me to sit down. I'm gonna be like, But we have a special segment for today.
Is it really special though?
Well, it's gonna be a segment that we kind of do because I kind of like the idea of it. But it's called Story Time. It's where Yvette reads us, whether it's me or Jason or whoever's on the show for that day, reads us a story of something that's going on in the world. Most likely it's a very surprising story.
Well, this one, okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Most likely it's surprising stories. I haven't heard the story yet, so I'm hearing when y'all hear it. So, what's up?
Okay. It's not really what's going on where it's something that had happened.
Okay.
Okay.
How long ago did it happen?
2004.
Dang! I was
14.
7th grade?
I was 14 then.
He's 14.
But listen to this story, okay?
14.
Right, wasn't I 14
You was in high school?
Yeah.
You was in 8th grade, wasn't you?
Yeah, I'm 1 year older than you. Well, a year and some months.
I was 7. Lindbergh!
You like older woman. Don't.
I ain't saying nothing.
Anyway, so I'm not gonna name the names.
Okay.
I'm just gonna read what happened. So I'll give you the first name. I'm sorry, guys. So Herbert was a recluse living in a small rent-control apartment in New York.
Okay.
In New York City's Mayflower Hotel. He was one of 4 tenants who had to be swayed to move out the Mayflower after it was purchased by developers in 2004, right?
Okay.
So while the other 3 moved out for a substantial amount of money, which one of the tenants got $650,000 to move out.
Look here, I'll move on right now.
But listen, Herbert, he refused to move. So the developers did everything in their power to get him to leave. They even started doing construction, and they tried to make it more noisier than it really was.
Okay.
Yeah. So after 2 years, he received a reported $17 million to vacate the building, right? With an additional $2 million to replace his condo, right? Wait, listen to this.
I can leave out butt naked.
Listen to this. Which will be rented out to him for just, you guys, he only had to pay $1 a month.
Whoa, wait. So you telling me they were giving him $17 million
to vacate the building,
to leave
alone,
right? They were giving him another $2 million
to replace
his furniture.
An additional $2 million replacement condo, which will be rented out for him for just $1 a month. So the condo was worth $2 million.
So they're giving him a $2 million condo and saying, "Hey, this is yours. Just pay us $1 a month." Did he leave?
Yeah. But do you see how the story looked? Listen, I would have been Herbert because I've known do not take the first offer.
Yeah, you never take the first offer.
You, on the other hand, was like, "I'm going $650,000."
Look here,
you would have
$650,000. I might take that first offer, but that's a great first offer.
But he got $17 million to leave.
My goodness, they must have desperately wanted that place.
And $1 a month rent. Imagine paying $1 a month.
You could have told me, "Hey, I got this apartment. You pay $1." I'd have left. I don't even need $650,000. $1?
$1.
$1. My daughter can pay that.
So yeah, you guys, that's the story of the day.
Story time.
That's the story of the day.
Well, that was another episode of the Open Honest Podcast. I appreciate you being on my host for tonight.
It is our first episode
together. We got a podcast coming out.
Yes.
It's called Built for Love. But Built for Love is coming out soon. We still got some stuff to work through and figure out. But me and my wife will be doing our own podcast. So stay tuned for that. So 4th episode, y'all go back and check out the other 3.
Please do.
Well, me, Jason Terrell, and there's a episode, Mommy Stays Home with Our Wives, which is Yvette, and Janiyah, which is Jason's wife. Y'all go check them out. Let us know how y'all feel about them. And let us know how y'all feel about this one, Bringing Home the Bacon. Instagram, Openly_Honest_podcast. Facebook, The Openly Honest Podcast. That's the same as YouTube. Twitter is O_Honest. Is it podcast? And our Gmail is The Openly Honest Podcast @gmail.com. That's our email. So send us, messages to let us know how y'all like the podcast. We even take merchandise. We take, y'all want to send us something, send us something,
Speaking of merchandise, aren't you using something on your beard? I
am indeed. Heavy Crown beard oil and beard cream. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me get it to the camera. It's got my beard feeling good, smelling good.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm looking good too. You feel me?
So good. At first I was like, where in the world did you get some new cologne? They said when men start wearing new cologne, they but it was the oil.
Yeah, the oils.
And it smells so good.
There's 3 different oils. They come by color. That means there's a different scent in each one. Each color is a different scent. You guys can follow Heavy Crown right below us. We're gonna put it in there. It's tied under. But follow them on Instagram and on Facebook. Facebook is Heavy with the Crown beer product.
Beer care
product. And on Instagram, you follow them on Instagram too. He's a great guy. I've been knowing him, for a long time. He came out with this great beer product, and he's gave me heads up, and I told him I'll put it on here and let people know about the good stuff. So y'all go check that out. If you're watching this and you know me if you got something, let me know, man. Hit me up. Whether it's my Instagram, I got the juice on Instagram. DM me, let me know what y'all got, and I'll gladly put it on here. I'm trying to help people in my community and help people that I know and show love, and I hope they do the same for us on the Openly Honest podcast. But
if they can't watch us, can't they listen?
You can listen to us on any podcast platform, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, all of them. You know, if you got it, we got it. Listen up. But we want y'all to follow us on YouTube as well to get more of a visual, of what we talking about. So, yeah.
And don't forget to always ask yourself,
am I openly honest?
Till next time, y'all.
Y'all have a good one. God bless.
Peace.